Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about my acne scars and my experience with chemical peels and whether I recommend them and all of that, and yeah, just my overall experience with them. I didn't film that much each separate week because I didn't see that much of a difference week by week, but I can tell you my overall experience, what's to be expected and stuff like that. With that being said, let's go into the video. So just give you a bit of in-depth on it first. I went to the clinic last week, which is called the Chloe Edit, and it was regarding my acne scarring. So I'll give you a little close-up of that in a minute. So I'm having 6 chemical peels over the course of 6 weeks. Now typically you're meant to have a chemical peel every 2 weeks, but I'm going to Italy for a few months in March, and so you can't really start and then when I come back start again, because you'd have to start from the very beginning really, so there'd be like no point. And the consultant and stuff said it's fine, so I'm going to do it every week and I'm going to do the process of how it's gone and all of that. You can see these ones are kind of like fresh, and I don't really have acne anymore. It's more like little breakouts, but the scarring's left. And let me just tell you, it was way worse than this. So I've had acne scarring from my teenage years, probably from about 14 to probably 19. I haven't had any treatment and it has got so much lighter, but it hasn't. It would take a long process for it to get all lighter, and I just wanted to see whether having chemical peels is the right thing to get rid of it. This is like fresh, ignore that. This here, that's a burn, so ignore that. We won't go into that. That's kind of like an underneath spot here. Obviously my acne scarring isn't as bad as some, but it has taken a long time to get to this point. It's something that I've waited a good like 5 years of, you know, just even like the friction of washing your face. It's normal to like the dead skin scales. Obviously it takes a longer process. But I just wanted to wait until I knew that my skin was kind of at its best. So I'm ready to go, you know, do those procedures to rectify some of the problems. If you do a chemical peel, it is said that it is better to do a course rather than just a random one, although I guess you could do that if you want. It depends what the problems are. But by doing a course, each time you have one done, it's harsher on the skin, so it's going to start to make your skin peel more, is what I think. Now I'm no like dermatologist, this is just what I'm kind of getting the impression of. There's different peels out there, but the peel that I'm doing is called Mesoestetic, I think. I'll put it on here if I'm not unsure how to pronounce it. Mesoestetic, maybe? I think there's different ones for different problems. Obviously mine's acne scarring. So with this chemical peel, I've had to stop my whole skincare. So I've had to stop everything that I've been using night and day and just use these products that have been given to me. So I went from a consultation last week and I've had to use it for this week to prepare my skin. So I've just had my first acne chemical peel, by the way. You probably can't tell that much, but my skin's glowing right now. I'll show you the products that I'll be using through this whole course, and probably I'll be using continuously after the process as well. Now I'm looking at it, it could be Mesoestetic. Okay, so it comes in this really cute little bag. So this is the purifying cleansing mousse, and then so I use that night and day, just one pump, which is great because you get a little leaflet in here that tells you about how much you should use. So it's not something that you use a lot of. You use one pump of this day and night. The next step for evening would be this acne one. It's kind of like a cream. And then you use the serum. So that's for the night. Then for the day you would use this mousse again, then straight to the serum, and then to some SPF. So the thing that has been reiterated to me is that while I'm doing this process, it's all about SPF, all about keeping the skin safe from the sun. So obviously you should be doing that daily anyway, but if anything, that process should be heightened or at least consistent through this. You don't want your skin to be damaged from the sun. I think the thing that is really going to be good about this process is if it does actually get rid of these marks, I'm going to feel much more confident exposing my skin. I mean, I do it anyway. I feel comfortable around people at work. It's crazy how much better I've got. I remember back at school, I mean probably even my first year of uni, I would constantly wear makeup. It was just a massive thing. Even my eyebrows, which are not the thickest eyebrow, just everything about myself I really disliked, and so I just would cover myself up. Now I've definitely changed. I do like to put some makeup on occasionally when I'm going out, taking pictures, whatnot, like every normal person, but I have really become comfortable in my skin now, and I feel like this is the time to try these things. It's a different processes, I think, each time you have one, but my process this time was just prepping the skin. Then the peel that I had was salicylic peel. I got a little fan just in case I got really hot. But personally, for me, I don't know whether my skin's quite resilient, but during the actual process I got a little bit of tingling. So on the scale of 1 to 10, it was like literally a 2 or 3. It was not a lot. And then as it was being taken off is when it started to sting, so it got to about like a 5 for me. But I think my tolerance of pain threshold is quite high now because I'm quite used to pain. And then next week I think there'll be another process added to that. She'll let you know. Yeah, so the people that I went to, it's so lovely, answered all my questions, everything like that. You know, when you feel like you're in a safe environment and you feel like you're valued. Love that. I just think it doesn't take much to smile and be nice to someone. So yeah, I do think where you go you want to feel valued and respected and just feel like good about yourself, because that's going to make you excited for these kind of procedures and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll link everything down below, the companies and all that, if you're interested. I wanted to do an update on my skin. So I have had 4 chemical peels now. I'm having my 5th tomorrow and then my 6th next week, which will be my final one of that selective course. I've had a little bit of dryness getting used to the products that I've been using. All I've got on my face today is those products, the morning regime. It seemed to get like really dry around my lips, but as I started to keep using the products, it kind of started to go. The lady said that 2 weeks after I've had my final peel, that's when I should start to see the real benefits of the peels. So it is a gradual build up to get the final result. Some days I feel like, oh, it looks better, and then some days I don't. I think it particularly looks its best in the morning untouched. Then I think everything looks quite even. I would say my forehead looks the mostly effective, and I think that's because although there were scars there, it was a lot fainter, so it kind of almost looks like it's vanished now, but these ones need definitely a bit more help. So they said that it will kind of feel like it's getting worse before it gets better, so it's kind of the impurities coming out of the skin, so definitely feel that with some of these marks. So hopefully in a couple of weeks they'll be gone completely. This side is probably looking its best, a lot more smoother and a lot less red. So yeah, just that's an update. So I've had 2 salicylic acid peels, both 10%, because of how closely they were done together, so to protect the skin. Then I've had 2 glycolic acids. today is Monday the 6th of April. My last chemical peel was on the Friday the 13th of March, so it will be a week on this coming Friday since I had my last chemical peel. I would say that it's probably the finished job now of the 6-week course. It's not like some of the videos I've seen where it's like peeling off my face, like none of that happened. It was all just very gradual, kind of nothing like peeling off my face. Although I have noticed that every couple of days, like I will have some dead skin cells that needs a little bit more friction when I'm washing my face to get them off. My face is still kind of like renewing, like the cells, and especially the collagen that I've been using, which is the serum that was given in the pack, is definitely causing that. Like it's trying to regenerate new skin cells is what I think. Like I said before, I'm not a dermatologist. I would definitely recommend this, but it depends what kind of results that you're after, because I will say they're not the most dramatic results, but I don't know the kind of ins and outs of like if they're like fresh scars, whether they will go faster or and stuff like that. Like the scars had been there for a while and they had got lighter on their own by, you know, just from time and products that I've used in the past. So I think it depends what kind of result that you're looking for. It might be that you might just need a longer course or a different kind of procedure, but I'm happy with the results. I just want to know now, like, if there's anything else that I can do that would be more beneficial, or whether just to stick with this and keep having regular peels but spread over a larger amount of time now that I'm still in this country. I would say that anybody that has got fresh acne scars, or not maybe acne scars but fresh acne, I can imagine it being quite uncomfortable having the procedure, but I don't know if that's how they do it or whether they do something else, or I just think that you'd probably want to wait for it to settle down. But then I have seen pictures like on the website and stuff of people that have got acne that have done the procedure and there's been it's really benefited from it. So that, I don't know, they might just go about it a little bit differently, just to kind of be more aware of the sensitive skin. I'd love to know your thoughts on the improvement, if you think it's improved, or if you don't, or if you would recommend something else, or yeah, just anything really. I'd be happy to hear them, or if you've got any questions, please comment below because I'd be more than happy to answer them. I know it's quite scary at the moment, but I hope that you're all taking care and trying to keep positive. It's really hard during times like this, especially with your mental health, or yeah, everything really, like your general physical health as well. It can be really scary worrying about things like that, but as long as you're staying safe and you're keeping in contact with people that are close to you, like relatives and friends, whether that through Zoom or whatever these apps are, WhatsApp, just try and do something that makes you feel good as much as you can. If you're living on your own, I hope that you're okay and that you can communicate with people and are doing so via FaceTime and stuff like that. But yeah, sending my love all your way.